So you may be feeling really confused right now. You may be having all these symptoms like IBS, stomach cramps, heart palpitations, breathing difficulties, balance disorders, lightheadedness, tingling in your throat, derealization, not feeling that you really belong here. Am I really even on this planet? You may be feeling all of those. And the biggest mistake that my anxiety clients make is they treat every one of those symptoms differently. They treat them as unique. And they go and try, the doctors, they go and try for digestive issues, they go and get colonoscopies, they get scans of their stomach, they get all of these different tests done. Then they go and get ECG and different cardio kind of tests done on their heart. They get different tests done on neurology, they get brain tests like MRI scans because they think that there's something wrong with their brain. And they keep treating these symptoms differently. And they keep thinking it's all different components. But what really it is, it's all really anxiety. It's all really a sensitization nervous system. And how do I know that? Because I went through that myself. I spent thousands, I spent like 10 years trying to figure this out and I was convinced there was something wrong with me. And no matter what the doctor said, I was always thinking, they haven't found I'm different. They haven't found what's wrong with me. How can I feel this bad? And they can't find anything wrong with me. And that was the biggest question. And like I was so confused, I was bewildered, and I was going around in circles, and I felt completely lost. It was a real like disaster. It was chaos inside my body, and I couldn't understand why. But eventually, I understood that through like reading, through researching, and I actually figured out myself that it was actually an oversensitization of the nervous system. And what that means is that your body thinks you're in danger all the time by the responses that you're giving it. And that's the biggest problem with anxiety sufferers, is that like you're giving this fuel without even knowing it, and you've been caught in the cycle. And how I got caught in the cycle was, you know, seeing my dad have a heart attack, my best friend getting cancer, and my brother in a serious car accident, all in the same month. And I just went into a spiral of negativity, spiral of stomach ulcers, negative thinking, intrusive thoughts, worrying. I was just on edge all the time, and I began then to feel sicker and sicker and sicker over the months afterwards, and just kept going, and I kept responding incorrectly, reacting to how I was feeling, and eventually I started treating how I was feeling as danger. And that's what really started to spiral out of control, where I come in on panic attacks on, you know, different car journeys, and you know, I had to be taking off flights before we took off on runway. And it was just like my life was complete and utter chaos. And my parents, my family no one understood what I was going through on a daily basis. It was absolute nightmare. And I know that some of you out there are suffering the same. Like I ended up being bedridden for a year with the fatigue associated with anxiety. And eventually, like, you know, I learned all of the techniques, and I learned how to desensitize the nervous system. And really what it is it's about your response. It's about responding correctly to how you feel. That's the way out of this. You have to understand that your self-awareness has to kick in. You have to understand that you're treating how you feel as danger. And once you really see that, and once you really understand the mechanics of anxiety, you can then begin to respond differently. And then you can then to desensitize the nervous system in a gentle manner. And eventually, over time, as a consequence, you stop triggering the amygdala to produce this excess adrenaline and cortisol, which you're currently doing. And then you can basically then the symptoms go away in of themselves. Like all the symptoms that I had are gone. But like you can think about it now, like I'm in a park here, there's hundreds of trees. And like if you're overthinking in the office, you're thinking danger there, danger there, danger there, danger behind this tree, danger behind that tree, danger behind this tree. It's gonna keep me safe. No, it doesn't. That's overthinking, that's OCD, that's what happens with anxiety. And that's what you're thinking, you're treating now your symptoms as there's danger themselves. And that's the cycle that you're caught in. So like if you want to learn more about the mechanics of anxiety and how to respond correctly, DM me to learn more. Thank you.